He's flying alone. No wife, no children, no entourage. Just Prince Harry, somewhere above the Atlantic, chasing a royal legacy that might already be gone. The private jet's engines hum like a heartbeat as it cuts through the dark sky. But this isn't a family visit. It's a desperate race against time. And back in London, the palace isn't waiting. Reports say the monarchy is preparing to do the unthinkable: strip Harry, Meghan, and their children of all royal titles. Not tomorrow, not next year, but now. Before we dive in, don't forget, if you love uncovering the truth behind the crown, tap like and subscribe. Because here at Fame Loop Daily, we pull back the velvet curtain to show you what really happens behind palace gates. King Charles's diagnosis didn't just shake public sympathy, it shifted the balance of power. Behind those gold-trimmed doors, a quiet transition is underway. Insiders call it the silent succession. Charles still wears the crown, but Prince William now wields the authority. He's running briefings, approving appearances, even deciding which family scandals to suppress or expose. Where his father values sentiment, William values structure. To him, the monarchy isn't a family, it's a brand. And right now, that brand has a contamination problem: the Sussex name. Those who've worked under William say the change is visible. He's not emotional. He's efficient, coldly strategic. He looks at the crown like a corporation that needs to prove its worth to shareholders, the British people. And in his eyes, Harry and Meghan aren't misunderstood relatives. They're PR liabilities. Every tell-all, every Netflix special, every podcast has chipped away at the family's credibility. Now, with Charles battling illness, William isn't asking for permission anymore. He's acting. And his first act? A full-scale rebranding of the royal image, one where scandal has no seat at the table. The moment Harry heard how serious the threat had become, he reportedly boarded a jet to London. No press release, no Meghan, no kids. He requested an urgent private meeting. Father, son, brother to brother. But the palace gave no response. No message, no welcome, no schedule. Just silence. And in royal language, silence isn't apathy, it's strategy. It signals power. It says, we don't need to explain ourselves. Harry might have been racing home for reconciliation, but the royal doors he's walking through aren't opening for family. They're opening for business. Sources say Harry and Meghan are panicking behind closed doors. Because the writing is on the wall. The crown isn't waiting. The Queen's compassion once kept Harry protected, but that buffer's gone. And with William's efficiency-first mindset, there's no room for sentimentality. The question isn't if the Sussex titles will be stripped, it's when. Before her passing, Queen Elizabeth II left behind more than a reign. She left warnings. And one of them was aimed directly at Meghan Markle. She reportedly told Meghan never to use her royal title for profit. But Meghan didn't just ignore that. She built a business around it, from archetypes to her Netflix deals, and now her rumored cosmetics line. Every project leaned on the Duchess brand. And that has royal tempers burning. For William, this isn't entrepreneurship, it's exploitation. He sees Meghan's ventures not as ambition, but as rebellion, a Hollywood empire built on royal branding. And in the monarchy's eyes, that's treason of reputation. Then came the poll. A recent YouGov survey revealed nearly half of Britain, 47%, now believe Meghan Markle poses a greater threat to the monarchy than Prince Andrew. Let that sink in. A woman once celebrated as modern royalty, now ranked below the man tied to one of the most disgraceful scandals in royal history. For William, that number wasn't gossip. It was evidence. Proof that the public's patience has snapped. And it gave him the one thing every leader needs to make hard decisions: political cover. Insiders describe William's approach as surgical. No theatrics, no emotion, just precision. Step 1. Finalize Parliament's motion to strip Prince Andrew of remaining titles and privileges. Step 2. Apply that legal precedent to Harry and Meghan under the guise of modern reform. It's not revenge, it's presented as procedure. a modernization of the monarchy for the 21st century. But everyone inside Buckingham Palace knows the truth. This is William's final chess move, one designed to protect the crown by removing its greatest internal risk. Meghan's PR team calls her projects empowerment. The palace calls them exploitation. Her rumored beauty brand launch, her glitzy award photos, and Founder Confessions podcast all drew polished headlines, but little substance. Even former collaborators have begun whispering, "She's style without depth. Every project looks perfect, but feels hollow." The same illusion that once built the Meghan effect is now collapsing under its own spotlight, and the palace is using every hollow headline as fuel to push its case, that Meghan isn't misunderstood, she's manipulative. The Queen's rule was simple: never sell the crown, and for William, that's exactly what Meghan did. California was supposed to be paradise: sun, surf, and freedom. But insiders say it's become something else entirely: isolation. Harry's once fiery defiance has cooled into quiet regret. He wanted independence, but without royal status, he's adrift. No longer the soldier prince, not quite a Hollywood star. Just Harry. Those titles weren't just symbols, they were shields. They granted access, protection, power. Without them, the Sussex empire begins to crumble. And Harry knows it. He's reaching out, trying to repair bridges that may already be burned. But palace insiders say it's too late. The machine has moved on. Inside the palace, the tone has changed. This isn't about family anymore, it's about survival. William's Britain will be a monarchy reborn, leaner, controlled, and ruthless when necessary. Emotion doesn't win the future. Efficiency does. And in that future, there's no room for royal rebels. The king still hopes for reconciliation. But the heir? He wants control. And in this new royal order, mercy is a weakness William can no longer afford. As one aide put it bluntly, the monarchy isn't a charity for wayward royals. Harry's private jet will soon land in London, but the home he's returning to isn't the one he left. The crown moves forward. The Sussexes are standing still. Titles can be given. Titles can be taken. But reputation? That's forever. If you found this story compelling, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss the next royal twist. Because the truth, the real truth, always finds its way to the surface.